everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm back with another video review. Today we're going to be looking at the new Transformers The Last Knight Deluxe Class Bumblebee. So here he is. But before we take a look at the figure, we'll take a very quick look at the packaging. So here's his photo, and he's ages 8 and over. On this side, you can see he is a deluxe class. And over here, he transforms in 15 steps. He does, also in his wave, there's Dinobot Slash and Decepticon Berserker. You've got your two photos of him over there. And over here, his bio says he's a courageous scout. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this box. Not really anything special to it. So here's Bumblebee. Oh man. So here's Bumblebee. And he's a very nice looking figure indeed. He's a repaint of the Age of Extinction Bumblebee. And he has a completely black hood, black grille. The lights are picked out in a nice silver paint. And the Chevrolet logo is just yellow. The back here, red lights. Again, just a plain yellow Chevy logo. Black license plate. And a nice spoiler. The exhaust ports are not picked out in any paint whatsoever, and he does roll very nicely. His windows are just completely clear, and that's a change from the Age of Extinction Bumblebee, which had blue windows and a blue windshield. What's kind of interesting is that the colors on him are actually different. So you can see over here, specifically on this top part of the door, and this yellow part over here, the yellow is more of an orangey yellow, and everywhere else is more screen accurate yellow. I don't know if it comes off properly on the camera, but this yellow is different from this yellow, and it's the same with this yellow is different from that yellow. There is a black stripe going around here, all the way around, although it doesn't come to any of the bumpers, which is too bad. And for the bottom of the figure, you can see his head. There's also his arms showing, as well as his chest. His legs are kind of hidden, but you can basically tell how he's going to transform. So, putting him down, for a size comparison, here he is with the Age of Extinction crosshairs. See how they scale? Just moving that up. Here he is next to the Last Knight Drift. Here he is next to his wave mate, Decepticon Berserker. And lastly, here he is with Dinobot Slug. And they scale pretty nicely. So, that pretty much does it for size comparison. So let's get down to transformation. So to transform him, the first thing you're just going to want to do is, if you have the weapons on him, just remove them. Next, what you're going to want to do is just untab the doors from over here. Then come around to the top, pull this up, this bumper section, and take this out. Now, the reason why we do that is because there's a hook tab over there. I don't know if you can see it, and if you pull it out by force, it might break. So you don't want to do that. So just pull up and then move these out. Now, take these window areas, fold them in on both sides, and then take these shoulder pads, and these are just up to personal preference, but we'll talk more about that later. Next, you're going to want to come around to the back over here and lift this entire section up. Then take this part in the middle, lift that up too. Now, because this is connected to this will move up with it. Just move that. Now, it might feel like it doesn't want to go anymore, but just keep pushing, and there. You'll hear it snap into place. Now, come around to the back, take the legs, and twist them around, like so. And just be very careful that this whole piece doesn't get turned around, this gray area. because I find that if you have the big section, because if you can see over here, this is a more smaller dot, and over here there's a more larger dot. I find that if the big section is facing backwards, everything tabs in a bit more better. So just come around to the back, take this foot, pull it out like so, and then move it down. Collapse this, fold this in, rotate this around, straighten it out, and you got a leg all done. So the second part is exactly the same. Flip the foot out, collapse that, turn this, and rotate that. And now you got his lower body done. So you stand him up. Next, just move everything down, get it all cleared, because you're going to have to open the chest and put this entire bumper section and just, ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, so just bring it down like that. Then collapse that in. Get him into a nice pose. And there you have Bumblebee in his robot mode. And honestly, I think he looks really good and really accurate in this mode. I think that he does lack quite a few paint details though, and that's really unfortunate because his chest is very lacking in paint. They used a lot over here, but the legs are just like a piece of plastic. It's really unfortunate that they couldn't add any more paint there. So I don't know if this comes across well, but there's a lot of molded detail, but it's kind of lost because there's no detail. There's no paint detail in it. So that's unfortunate. Now for the weapons, you can take them and just slot them right into his hands. Like that. It's not going. Okay, there, like that. Or you can take them and store them on his back, which is actually a movie accurate way of storing them. So you can take this and just tab it right in, like so. And do that on either side, like that. And now he looks a bit more accurate to the movie where he has these on his back. For features, Bumblebee actually has a few. Now the first one is that if you take his arm and twist this around, you'll get a cannon, which is pretty nice. It's a pretty good way of integrating a cannon into him because you can't really tell it's there. You have to kind of look inside over there and see that it's gray. But you just flip that around, and now you have a cannon. Now the hand does kind of show through there, but it's really okay. It's not that bad. So just take everything, straighten it out. Alright, and also, I don't know if this comes across too well, but the head sculpt on this guy is phenomenal. The detail on it just looks great. I love it a lot. And you can get a lot of expression out of this guy because he has a battle mask on him. And you just pull this, I don't know, sorry if my hand's in the way, but just pull that down. I kind of have to use my nail to pull it down because it's kind of tough to do. But there. Now it doesn't go down all the way like how in the movie, but I think it's good enough and it looks very nice. But one of the best parts about it is that you can use it to get a lot of expression out of Bee. So you can do this, now he looks surprised, now he looks normal, do this, now he kind of looks angry, do that, now he kind of looks confused because like one eye is kind of closed. And really, I think it looks really nice. The head sculpt is just great. There is an Autobot symbol on it, right there, and that looks really good. So just zooming out. So, also on him is the shoulder pads that I was talking about earlier, and how they're up to personal preference. So you can move them down like that, or up like that. You can twist them in, out. I like to keep them either like this, or like that, but really it's up to you. It's your toy. You can do whatever you want with it. Of course, he does have a backpack on him, which is kind of too bad. It's just car pieces, but it does fold in pretty well and goes flat against his back, so it's actually not that bad to me. It doesn't bug me all too much. Now, for a size comparison, here he is next to Deluxe Class Drift from the last night. So you can see how they scale pretty well. Next, here he is with his wave mate, Berserker, who I did not give chicken legs to, so he's actually pretty tall, but if I wanted to bend his legs to give him a bit more of a instruction accurate pose, you can see how they scale together. And yeah, that's how he is. He's a pretty decent sized figure. He shouldn't be that big, which is good, so it's appropriate. And I'm pretty sure that does it for this review. So thank you to all you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you all again soon.